the legs or maybe the short one that just might carry to him. And with the shape that he's getting in, that's a good position to have.
Yeah, it's an interesting position because he's far enough back not to be sort of a short leg, but it's sort of quite a New Zealand term. He's got a rupee each way. We'd say a bob each way or a dollar each way. But he's not under the helmet nice and close. He's far enough. If one does get flicked off the legs, he can still catch it possibly.
Still under the helmet though. So, maybe the odd short one that might catch him by surprise. When you talk about adapting to different situations, well done, Willie. Rupee either way, adapting to Pakistan conditions.
Well, I quite like that position because not a lot's been happening. He's shaping it into the left-hander, and we know that both Latham and Coleman are very strong off their legs. And it's just a position you don't see very often, and that's quite often where they're trying to hit the ball. It just might make it a little bit more challenging. They've got to make sure they stay on top of it and hit it along the ground. Just a little bit more movement. They bring that man now just a little bit more in front. I'd say a slightly more orthodox Suleiman on, but just back a couple of steps to give himself a chance.
Well, that's one of those areas. He's just moved from around about where he was. It would have gone straight to hand, I think. It would have been a tough chance. But I think that might have gone straight to where the man under the helmet was.
It was straight to him, and that's why Rizwan particularly put his hand straight on top of his head as he literally moved that man the previous ball. You can see it's just to Rizwan's right. That's exactly where the man with the helmet on was fielding, and you can see his hands go straight to his head. And now Rizwan has moved a little bit deeper and a little bit squarer, effectively where that ball went.
Horse, gate, bolted. It's good though from Mir Hamza. I like the line, I like the field, I like the way they've thought about how they're going to try and get a wicket this morning.
And that's exactly what it is. When nothing is really going, you sort of tinker with the field. Just also adds doubt in the batsman's mind in terms of maybe the plan's changing, maybe the line is changing. You've got to give yourself the best option of picking up a wicket with the best line that the bowler has. I think he's got into a really good rhythm with this field on the leg side.
Yeah, it's something we talked about last night post-game. How do they get a wicket? How do they look to change things up? And this is one of the theories that we talked about. Obviously, we've been discussing the same things inside the camp.
I love the fact that they've got the three catches here on the leg side as well. For both of these guys, when the ball does angle into you as a left-hander, can work it into the leg side, but it's very hard to control it and keep it along the ground. And all three men there in the catching position, 2 mid-wickets and a man just behind square, are there for exactly that.
What is a boundary line? That's what...
A gentle start for Wasim, just getting into his work. I wonder how much of a decision came into it with Tim Southey getting Bubba in the first over in the second morning. How much that came into Pakistan's thinking of opening up with two seamers. So we were thinking Hamza, which we liked, and then maybe a Bra at the end that Wasim's bowling now.
Yeah, work into it, Will Mohammed Wasim. It looks of that shiny side. He's trying to take the ball away from the left-handers, and Mir Hamza at the other end taking the ball back into the left-handers. So it's a nice combination if they get their length and their line right. Yeah, that one just looking to try and tail away from the left-handers. You find it interesting that Rizwan's calling the shots coming off the bench. I guess because yesterday we saw, who did we see as the sub-fielder yesterday? Rizwan didn't come onto the field, but then now Bubba's gone off, Rizwan's on and leading the side. Did they name a vice-captain in the playing 11, or they only name a vice-captain in the squad, and that was Rizwan? I guess it makes sense. If Bubba goes off, Rizwan just comes on the field. If he has to leave the field, Rizwan comes on and takes over.
Yeah, I don't need to read too much into it, but you've got Sarfaraz as well. Obviously, on the first 11 sheet, there's not a vice-captain name, but on the squad, Rizwan is the vice-captain. So, on the other hand, you've got the former captain as well, who could very easily stand in. I'm sure there's a fairly decent understanding between them and plenty of discussion around and opinions being shared.
It's something New Zealand went through for quite a while when Cam Williamson took over from Ross Taylor. Ross Taylor was still on the side, but then Tim Southey was named as vice-captain. So it's sort of just, I guess it's one of those situations you confront at the time, and it's the way Pakistan have decided to go. I have no problem with it. As Rizwan is happy to be in the field. I guess that's the only issue. Genuine wicketkeeper, of course. He was doing some work with Sarfaraz this morning out in the middle. He was doing some nicks. .167 without loss.